The best iPhone to get with USB-C and Apple Intelligence in a good price range is the iPhone 16e. It is Apple's most affordable model that includes both features, starting at $599.
Hello YouTube, welcome to this video. Here we are going to see iPhone 16e running iOS 27 and why iPhone 16e is the best entry-level Apple Intelligence device. So first things first, let's create a new shortcut. So all these things are created with just this prompt. So as you can see, many times when we misplace a phone, this shortcut will come in handy and also like it will again switch back to silent mode after 5 minutes. So it's creating the shortcut and boom, here is the shortcut that's created just with prompt. And now more people are going to use this shortcut application. And right now, as you can see, it's in silent mode. And when I run this shortcut, or ideally when I get the text message, it turns my phone into ring mode and the other person can search the phone. So this is really a handy thing. So as you can see, it turned into ring mode and after 5 minutes, it will turn back to silent. Now, as you know, the iPhone Photos app in the last update, it got the erase option. So this time it has been overhauled and the performance has been really good. So as you can notice, it immediately noticed the distractions on your photo and with just one click, we can remove it. And let's time that. So right now it's 20 odd seconds. So let's see how many seconds it would take to remove the distractions on the photo. So this AI erase feature, it's now working pretty much flawlessly, but it's not up to the mark like say the Samsung one, like where it removes and it adds the extra fillings pretty good. But here the removal part, it's good, but the filling, it's not up to the mark. But still, as you can notice, it has left few of the mark. So I can just manually again erase that and get a perfect picture. So this has been improved a lot when compared to the previous versions, but still there is room for improvement. And I believe like in the coming betas, it should get even better. So this is the first beta, of course. So the next feature, which is not available on any other Android device, that is AI Reframe. So if your shot composition feels slightly off center, the phone automatically calculates the lines of symmetry and it offers a perfectly reframed photographic crop. So as you can notice, it's taking some time for the first time and wow. So I can just rotate the angle. So this happens after I take the photo. So like if I see the image and I just wanted it to be in a particular direction or orientation, so it would reframe the photograph like without adding any other extra artifacts. So let's see the output that we are getting. So it's reframing the photo and it's showing the progress bar at the bottom. So all this is happening on device. So it's not sending to cloud and coming back. So it's all happening on device on the iPhone 16e. And so let's see how it happens. Wow. So I got the photo reframed. So this is the original one and this is the reframed one. So you can ideally change the angle of the car or like if you are taking a front facing photo, you can slightly tilt it towards side. So all these things you can do. And next thing is AI extend. So I can extend the photo. So most often, like if you are uploading it to social media like Instagram or something, you might have noticed there is some white bars appearing on top and bottom. So if you want to extend that fill, so this is a good option. So it again, like it creates a wider banner and it fills the landscape, it fills the border, it expands the canvas flawlessly. So let's see how the output comes. So again, it's happening and yeah, like it has extended the pillar kind of thing. So it's not adding any other extra artifacts here. So it's trying to extend. In some cases, it might add. So those were the new features that's added to Camera app, and this comes only with the Apple Intelligence devices. And next thing is visual intelligence. So as you can notice, when there is a new Siri option in the Camera app, and it shows which plant is this, and it like if you point at some of the things, it just shows what it is. And when you ask something about it, it gives the description. So let me ask a question. Why this plant looks like this? Do I need to pour water?
Your holy basil, Tulsi, appears to be wilting.
So now you need not have to open ChatGPT and ask these things. So you can directly point at camera and ask. Now let's try another thing. My SIM card is stuck here. How to get this out? It's very tight. I am not able to remove with SIM ejector tool. As you can see, I am getting comparable result if I try to ask Gemini or something. Now some personal questions. Find me photos from my recent trip to Mysore. Boom, here I get the pictures. So let's try something more complicated. At what time should I leave for my next flight?
Is it okay to share your current location? Your next flight Indigo 6E688 to Thiruvananthapuram departs from Bengaluru, VLR, Terminal 1 at 7:20 am on Monday, the 22nd of June 2026. Check-in counters open at 5:20.
That was pretty good. And finally, we can use Siri to all its potential. Since the launch of Siri in 2011, Apple has perfected it in 2026. So let's see some real world performance of iPhone 16e. So this has the A18 chip, which is in iPhone 16, and the same 8 gigabytes of RAM, but it just has one less core in terms of GPU, but that should be fine. The screen size is smaller, and let's see if it is able to handle all these kind of games. So it loaded faster, and let's try to play the game and let's see if there is any frame drop or something like that. Again, it's not a pretty new game, but it's also a graphically intensive game. So let's try this out. So as you can see, it is butter smooth, and obviously these phones are 60 hertz. So even the 17e, that's also 60 hertz phone. So you're not losing anything over there, and both have 8 gigabytes of RAM. Let's also try the new image playground. So it's got a new icon over there, and let me give an image for this. So this image playground right now, it generates real life images. So earlier it was more cartoonish. So I'm giving this vehicle and I just want this vehicle to be in a different color. Earlier what it used to do, it used to convert this image into cartoonish and then it used to give color and something like that. But now it would retain the image and it would change the color. So let's close the app and let's try if it happens in background. Yes, it's happening on the top. So this doesn't have dynamic island. So instead of that, it shows over the left hand side. So let me try to open. Okay, I think it's completed. And okay, it's not in notification center. So let's try to open the image playground application. And boom, as you can notice, it has changed the color of the vehicle and it has not changed any other thing. It has not added any artifact or something like that. So we can use this image creation tool. It's like the Gemini Nano Banana. So it might be the same engine beneath. So let's see if the photo performance has increased. So Apple say there is more than 30% improvement, like 80% improvement in AirDrop. So the performance should be really good. Even it supports earlier devices like iPhone SE2, iPhone 11. So with the 16e, it has 8 gigabytes of RAM and relatively new A18 chip. So it shouldn't lag, and the 8 gigabytes of RAM, it should keep the applications which is open in background, but it doesn't have the 12 gigabyte, but still 8 gigabytes on this phone, it's really good. So as you can see, all the applications are still how I left that. So the only change between the 12 gigabyte variants, the 17 Pro and Air, that is with it's able to run on device the higher foundation model. So let's see if there is any difference in these photo editing options. So I did a cleanup and both of them it did more or less at the same time. So obviously there is no much difference, but there is one little difference. So that is this. Expressive voice feature. So it allows to change the Siri's voice, the tone, and you can customize it according to your preference. So slowly or the tone, everything. So which is the only difference. So let's compare the AI performance with Geekbench AI. So let me trigger on both the devices. So when you compare it with the 17 Pro Max, the 16e, it's almost comparable. So there is slight difference between these two. There is no bigger gap unless you take the 8 gigabyte versus the 12 gigabyte thing. So which might help in the future. So let's see the Geekbench performance. So as you can notice, the Geekbench scores are slightly higher than what we got with iOS 26. So as you can notice, it's more than the average score in both single core and multi-core. So which is really good across the board. Apple has increased the performance with the newer iOS 27 and compared to the previous iOS 26. Finally, onto the conclusion part. So if you're upgrading from aging legacy devices like iPhone 11, 12, or the iPhone second generation SE, or even the newer ones like the 13, 14, and you don't care about the telephoto lens, then 16e is the best budget choice. It gets you modern Type-C port and a fantastic battery life even compared to the 15, I would say. And you have complete access to Apple Intelligence, and the only thing is you'll have to go with the refurbished route. So Apple doesn't sell the 16e right now, but there is a new 17e which is available. So there is upgrades like it starts from 256 gigabyte compared to 128, and it has MagSafe charging, but it still retains the notch. Apart from that, there is no obvious drawbacks. But the camera. So if you're someone who uses only the main camera and doesn't touch the telephoto lens, again, you have a winner here. That's all I had in this video. Thank you for watching. Subscribe for more videos like this. And as always, stay safe and peace.